It's Sunday. We're not going to do the typical Sunday night chat this week because I have my friend Carla in town. And Carla she went to fashion school and she works for a big company and she designs and makes clothes. And she's here because we're talking about making some caps and making a pullover top and making a shirt. And I got a plan to do a whole little mini line of cool workwear, Mike Z Design stuff. We just got back from the swap meet. And I got me an aluminum ramp here for my friend Kurgi. And then I picked up another. This is my third tilt-all. I could not resist. Like the most heavy-duty tripod ever. Even came with this vintage thing for a camera mount. So anyhow, that's what's happening. Stick around. We're going to go upstairs and do some sketches and talk about some stuff. And then we'll do like a little interview, right?
That's right, yeah.
And that's going to be what today's video is. So I think you guys will like this today. Stuff is happening. I know I talk about it. I always say that I do everything I say I'm going to do. It just sometimes takes some time. I know some of you are impatient, but slow it down, man. Be patient.
Yes, we're trying to keep up with the demand.
Say hi.
Hello.
I bought this machine for $30 and I was told it works, but it doesn't work. So, we're going to go to Walmart and buy a Singer heavy duty, right?
Yes, moving on to plan B.
And then we're actually going to do some sewing in the apartment today. So, stick around. It's going to get fun. Say hi.
Yes.
We're on our way over the hill. We're on our way to Walmart to buy a sewing machine. Because I got Carla here for the day. I'm paying her for her time, so I'm putting her ass to work. We're going to find out if she's bullshitting me or not, right?
That's right. Show what you're made of. Go ahead.
All right. Another unboxing. What? How much was this?
$199, $200 out the door.
$200. It's this Singer heavy duty. Now look, people talk crap about it. Other people love it. I did a lot of research on this. The whole inside of this machine is metal. You could sew leather with this thing, super thick, multiple layers of denim. It's a fine machine. This will last me for a long time, and it's going to be able to do everything I wanted to do. And since Carla is here, and let's just tell it like it is, I did cover her for her time today. I didn't know we were going to do this, but she said, hey, I could do something here if you have a machine. So let's go buy a machine. We're going to try to knock out a cap. I got something that needs to be tailored. And we're going to do it. And this is my sewing kit from when I was in school, when I was a little kid in the 70s in Patterson, New Jersey at PS 27. So I kept all of this. This is something my mom was real excited about, was taking me to the store to buy my own sewing kit. And I used to know how to use a sewing machine. And I made a bunch of stuff back in the day when I was a little kid, man. 12 years old, 13 years old, but it's been that long since I've operated a sewing machine. So we're going to take this out. Carla's going to do her thing. We're throwing away the old machine that I bought for $30 that doesn't work. And stick around because we're going to do a little interview with Carla. We're going to talk about what she does, what she could do for you. She does have a YouTube channel. She doesn't have any real content on there yet, maybe one video, but we're going to put a link to that in the description as well. And you guys are going to see what she's going to do today. But I know you're going to stick around because she's going to be making all these other things that I'm going to produce for you guys. We're going to do the hats. We're going to do the aprons. I got a pullover idea I want to do, pullover work shirts, the old vintage style. That pullover denim thing you guys have seen me wear, that's from the 1920s from the U.S. Army. We're going to modify that, and we're going to make a reproduction of that that's better than what you can find. And if you're interested in buying this stuff, you can let me know. But if you have an idea that you want done, you need somebody like Carla. Somebody who's a seamstress, who went to school for fashion and everything else, because with your correct measurements and a couple images of what it is you want and a couple notes of the details, she can make you a custom piece of clothing. And I think we were talking about it. She might be able to come up with a number for you where you get the piece of clothing and the pattern in case you ever wanted to reproduce that yourself. So keep that in mind. Stick around. There's going to be more to this video.
All right. Very good. I love how you didn't even practice that. You got far there.
So we are deconstructing this cap here. She's in the friggin' driver's seat here. This is the view. I never see this view when I'm filming myself in that. See?
Yeah, you get the full profile, huh? So the side profile. getting to work here. Just I think we already talked about, we marked our spots. We're getting ready to seam rip and work on our pattern pieces. As soon as we create our pieces, which seems very relatively simple. This is a pretty nice, simply constructed hat. We'll work on the fabric here, the material, which Mike sourced. I think that's a really great start. Herringbone, I believe.
This is called herringbone twill, HBT,
so
and that's what those caps were originally made out of. They just happen to be green or camo, but it's the same material. And these overalls, I picked these up at Animal in the paint department, and this is an old vintage red cap, and it's $20. So we're going to use this for material right now to make a cap, and maybe we'll get a couple caps out of it.
All right. Okay, I think we just got to the end. Does that look a little funky? It's a deconstructed cap. So step one is to just tear it apart and start from scratch. This here, as you can see, is a perfect mold. You could easily see where I will be making my marks. Pretty simple. We got our additional pieces here. We're just gonna work on the details, you know, iron it a little bit, give it a good press. Also our fabric that we're gonna practice on, and take it to the next step. We're gonna have a hat in a few minutes.
Oh, it's so exciting.
It's happening. I was about to go. Yeah, we're ready for the next step. Voila. As you saw earlier, we took the original piece of the cap, laid it across. The only adjustment that we're doing is just per design is we're going to add, I believe, a little bit more height in the cap. Volume in the cap. So we added a little, about an inch. And I did add 1/2 inch seam. I know it looks very big. It's because it's an inch that we're adding plus the 1/2 inch seam. I need to give myself enough space to run all of this through the sewing machine, especially when I have multiple pieces. You know what I mean? So I want to give myself space. So that's where we're at. Ready to literally cut. Okay, just pentagon looking thing. Once our piece is cut, you see my...
And we have to work with this seam on this leg. We just didn't have any piece that from those coveralls that wouldn't have a seam in them. So that's just how that is. That's cool because it just shows that, you know, we're reusing stuff. We're upcycling.
Clearly,
you have to use the hip terms because that's how you get the top dollar.
That's right, yeah. And clearly you can see this is the pattern of the bottom pant, the crotch and all that, but we're using this for that.
We're not using the crotch where you're going to put it on your head. Yeah. Just, you know, I did note there's no pea stains or anything on this anymore.
All good, okay. So I'm just going to mark my darts, which is this here. See that? You see how it's going to start to gather, okay? You start to see already that volume that we're looking for, and we'll get it back looking like the original fella. You got yourself a cap. We're almost there.
Whee!
Well, here we go. Let's see what...
So 6 layers, huh?
That's right. So you see...
Mm-hmm.
It's nice and straight.
Too much?
Nope. Just trying to see where she... Because it's thick, it's actually kind of harder to feed.
That's what I mean. Is it too much if it's too thick? It's a test.
Just make sure it's not the... You know what, though?
Want to take a layer out? So we're starting in the middle.
Gotta be easy there. Ooh, it feels nice. We're back. Feel this.
Oh yeah, that's stiff.
Okay. Too stiff?
Oh, no such thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Woohoo!
Leather. You know,
That's thicker than the leather. You know, you're going to have a hard time putting a little hem on the front of that because that's 2 more layers.
Right. Well, I think it's gonna have to be whiter. You're talking about this here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this will have to be, I think, a tad bit whiter because it is eating.
All right, so Carla's working on this little hem here on this thing, and we're not going to get anything really done. The hat, we got all the parts made for the hat. We probably went a little bit thick on the brim, and it's a prototype. So she's going to bring it back to her pad to finish it, and then she'll send it to me, and she takes some extra material in case she's not happy with it. She always make another one. But the main thing is, I got the sewing machine. I can start working on some of this stuff. Weird video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's not exactly a Sunday night chat, but I wanted to put something up for you. And you guys should be excited because there's some cool stuff coming. I'll catch you on the next one. Be good to one another. Bye.